Good morning. 9:15ish on Monday morning, 21st of October, 2019. And it's E from marketwizards.com and eminingwizard.com, reminding traders to use risk capital you can afford to lose. All right, I'm looking at a 5-minute chart. This is the most important chart to me right this minute because it's showing, first of all, the overnight range, but it's also showing a pattern of higher highs and higher lows until that reverses. The idea today is probably to buy pullbacks and see if we can get any higher. And I realize that's not a high odds strategy, but for today, that seems to be the play. And if you look back overnight, you can, with a little bit deeper chart, you can see we've already got a little head of steam going on both the 5 and 10-minute chart, and it's a squeeze type trade. Trying to knock out the shorts, obviously, from the end of day on Friday. Things were fairly neutral, but overnight, if you'll recall, I had 82 as our aggressive support at the end of the day. And that's held, and already we're 20 points higher. So the risk reward is tough up here in terms of, buying and then going higher. And if you don't like any type of trade early this morning, do nothing. You don't have to be in the market all the time. We're looking for high odds trades that pay off. But in terms of the rhythm, we'd call that 72 support. And that turned out to be a huge winner. Anybody who plays a swing trade, and I'm not sure anybody did here, but certainly that was our support that's held. So that's support until proven otherwise. And then we had the 82s. We said, let's try 82s. And overnight, we never did break 82 and got itself righted. And then a little bit of a pullback. And then right here, you can see this is the squeeze pivot that I've identified and posted in the room, that support until broken. And then we've got the next one just above it. And so for now, we're using 92 as our key support. That's our aggressive support right there. And a lot of things can change throughout the day and change quickly. You never know. But for now, we've got a little squeeze going on, and the third time through trade is probably 97 and a quarter right there. Until that breaks, shorts are on the hook. So looking at the prior range, we know that this 08 high is the key. And we know we've got a little bit of a setup here at the 02. So my guess is that our target is probably in this area before we're done, 05s to 08s. We know that the middle right now is back here in the 92 area. So that's supportive until proven otherwise. Anybody that's trying short, you need some help by the generals. And normally at this time of the morning, we expect anybody who has had a directional trade to start to take some profits. So better time zone as you approach the open for a contra type trade, a regression type trade, and use a 2-point stop if you're trying a short, and don't expect a whole lot. I think this right here is going to be the key today. So we're going to make that our pivot, this 98, let's call it. And that should be pretty important. If we're looking at a 2-day swing, meaning taking Friday's range, we've already bumped the highs. I think probably this 04 area is a illegitimate target next as our resistance target. So let's look at that the boys could easily take out this high, and don't get caught. If you're late to the party or weekend, and if you jump in, my expectation is a couple of points higher, perhaps. And if we go much higher than that, it's anybody's game, knocking out the eights and trying to get further. But early, I'm just thinking about a common sense trade, possible target in that oh 04 to oh 05 area, and make sure you're paid as we approach it. It's a tough open for anybody that's slept overnight, that didn't do anything this morning. If you did think upside to test those 02s, good for you. Lock your profits and go play. You just need, a little bit every day in this business. Here's our monthly. We're looking at our monthly highs up here, just above us, and then obviously the prior month's high back in here, that in the 20s, that obviously is resistance still broken. So for now, I'm looking at this 08 area is pretty important on a third time through idea. So we'll see if any generals want to push back today, and if so, how much. But I think probably try to buy a pullback is the way to play today. We do not have any significant news that I've seen. We've got a low volume push overnight, so these things at any time they pull this nonsense about China deals and blah blah blah. You have to be careful because it's a lot of fluff and not necessarily any substance. So this is a squeeze type trade, and I would hope to see some backing and filling. But until we get it, anybody that tries today, you may need 2 or 3 tries on the short side. Second mouse idea. There's the predictive, and you can see this 03 just above us in here. And then obviously those 08s. So we've moved 1, 2, 3, almost 4 boxes. And I'm going to take the liberty of saying this 93, 92 is going to be our normal support. We'll call it aggressive support, but it's going to be your normal support in 4 boxes. And we've got the 88s right here as the flip zone. So as usual, protect yourself at all times and spread your trades out today. If you're going to play, spread them out a bit. Don't try to do everything in IB. And hopefully we'll get a little help from the generals telling us which direction they want to go. It's all been in light volume. So I don't trust it, but I do know we've got to squeeze on some shorts. I like this chart. Tells us a lot. And this low right here that I pointed out earlier, that's the all-important low. Till that goes, that's in control. Just as this high up here is in control. Angels back here, 87. 00.5 is our demon, and here's that third time through trade. So my thought for the open is probably a fairly small range. Careful of one new high that fails, and then we get a little bit of a pullback. Because we do have shorts that are trapped in, and we're going to have to pay up at the open. All right, we'll talk about a few other things in a minute. Right now, squeeze is on. And we're going to use the 5-minute chart. We'll see the rotations a little bit easier. Clear. Right here, clear. Boom. Pull back and holds. And then the squeeze starts this morning. Play well.